This is so much fun to have everybody coming from all over the planet. Well, at least all
Yeah.
over the United States. It's kind of good. Forgive me if I look down at my computer sometimes. I'm going to try and look up at the camera as much as I can. But, like, if I want to see what's going on out there, I actually have to look at my screen. It's a little farther
Hey,
down than my camera.
there's John from Australia.
There's John.
What?
I
Hi, John.
chatted
It's only 5:30 in the morning in Australia.
I chatted with him the other day. Yeah.
And there's David. Hey, David, wave to the folks. Yeah, David's been helping me out trying to sort out my broken links and stuff. Thank you, David. I really appreciate your help.
So, Jody, are you ready?
I guess. Ready to do what?
Well, I think we probably ought to kick it off with an old time tune, don't you think?
All right, let's play that Texas tune again.
You want to do that Texas thing? All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
let's do that
Henry,
Texas thing.
it's a Henry Reid tune. And now don't forget to chat, folks, because it's always nice to see your typing comments and questions, and we can read those. And let's see, let me make that chat come up. Oh, look, we've already got some chatting. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. That's so nice. I love it.
I like the saying hello thing. It's kind of great, right?
All right, so all right, Cindy, you ready to play?
I am ready. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's have Texas.
So both of you sounded very soft, and people have made some comments, and we're wondering what key that was in. I guessed A, but we have a couple different bets.
Whoops.
That
Yeah.
was that's amodal actually.
A modal. There you go. There you have it.
So
Yeah.
let's see.
You're both very soft.
Well, we can turn ourselves up. That's not so hard. How's the voice right now? Is it okay?
Your voice is pretty good, I think. Yeah.
Okay, how's the auto harp now?
That's
All
better.
right.
Better?
Yep.
I turned
Okay.
up my mains. We'll see how that works. I'm going to sing a song now, right, Cindy?
Jody, you could sing a song. That would be good. That would give us a chance to get all the rest of this stuff adjusted.
Well, we'll see. But let's see how this goes. I'm going to play the auto harp for this one. Does this sound okay?
Oh, hey, Jody. Jody, let me just say something on the mic here. For those of you who are listening, I'm not sure if this makes a difference for you or not, but up in the top right corner, if you're on a computer, in the top right corner, you should see something that says turn on or turn off original sound. If it says turn on original sound, go ahead and click that. That might help your sound some. Not sure if it helps for the listeners. It definitely helps for us. We've got it turned on. But it might help for you too. So give it a shot. All right, Jody, go for it. Sing us a song. What are you going to sing?
Okay. All right. I want to sing Gooseberry Pie. Now, I first heard this as Blueberry Pie. It's the same song, but about blueberries instead of gooseberries. And I learned it from Andy Davis, a good friend of mine. And we've done, I don't know, years of gigs together. And this was one of his favorite songs, so I stole it from Andy. And then I went looking for some research, and I realized after a little bit of hunting that it was published in 1895 by the Canadian Horticulturalist, Volume 19, by the Fruit Growers Association of Ontario. 1895, and they had it as gooseberry pie. So I've changed my blueberries to gooseberries. And here it is. You may boast, if you like, of your bacon and greens. Talk of roast turkey and game. Oh, sing loud the praises of Boston baked beans. They all may be just what they claim. Roast beef and plum pudding may answer for some. Oysters in a stew or a fry, I relish them all, but my favorite delight is a big piece of gooseberry pie. Oh, there's nothing like gooseberry pie, say I. How I love gooseberry pie. Since the time of the flood, there's been nothing so good, so luscious as gooseberry pie. Well, 'twas my favorite luncheon when toddling about, a youngster of 2 years or more. I'd waft up the fragrance that often arose through a crack in the old oven door. As my teeth gently press through the lovely brown crust, and the contents it holds is set free. Oh, it sends through my frame such a thrill of delight. It's luscious as luscious can be. For there's nothing like gooseberry pie, say I. How I love gooseberry pie. Since the time of the flood, there's been nothing so good, so luscious as gooseberry pie. Well, I'm now growing older and I love it still more. And I will till the day that I die. For breakfast or supper, there's nothing so good as half of a gooseberry pie. There's a girl here who's taken a fancy to me. I can tell by the look in her eye. But the woman I marry must first understand how to bake a good gooseberry pie. For there's nothing like gooseberry pie, say I. How I love gooseberry pie. Since the time of the flood, there's been nothing so good, so luscious as gooseberry pie.
Yay! That is
Hey.
great. I love that song, and I love the way you do it.
Well, thanks, Cindy. As
You're
my auto
welcome.
harp teacher, do I get a grade for that performance?
You get an A plus. How's that?
A plus. All right.
Just for being brave enough to try it on this.
Well,
Don't you think that deserves an A plus, Terry?
Yes, indeedy.
Yes,
That's the
indeed.
first time I've performed that song on auto harp. Now it sounds fine on concertina, but the harp is so much fun, and I'm playing my brand new Whippoorwill acoustics harp. It's such a beauty, and that pretty.
It's very pretty too. But
That
now
was
I'm,
chromatic, right? That was a chromatic auto harp for you
That is
chromatic
a
auto harpers out
chromatic
there.
auto harp.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I'm hungry.
that's good. You're hungry.
I'm
Well, would you like a
hungry.
cup of coffee,
I would like some
Terry? Would you like
gooseberry
a
pie. Yeah.
with coffee? Right? Everybody needs coffee with gooseberry pie. So
Right.
I thought since Jody, I originally wasn't going to do this, but then I realized that Jody was doing a song called Gooseberry Pie, and like you can't have pie without coffee, right? So here's one of my favorite songs to do on auto harp. I know some of you have heard it, but lots of you haven't. It's called the Coffee Song. So I picked it up because Frank Sinatra sang it back in the 50s. So this comes from a time it's written by let's see, Bob Hillard and Dick Miles are the composers. And they this was a time when coffee came from South America, and you had you had lots of bananas and coffee and cartels and so on and so forth, and so there was kind of a thing. It's one of those songs from that era. So let's see what I can do about that. All right,
I,
you ready?
I have a question, Cindy. Now
Oh
I
yeah.
don't play the auto harp, so is it obvious to folks what key a tune is in, or?
No, it's probably not so obvious. This is in the key of G.
Okay, thanks. We've had some
But
questions along the
that's
way, so
yeah, that's the key that I choose to play it in. It just works better for my voice there. So yeah, that's
great.
where I play. I don't remember where Frank Sinatra sang it. Probably someplace else. But I'm not Frank, so yeah, it's okay. All right, here we go. Well, way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions. They've got to find a lot of cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. Well, you can't get cherry soda, 'cause they've got to fill their quota. The way things are, I guess they never will. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. No need for tomato juice, you'll see. No potato juice, 'cause the planters down in Santos just say no, no, no. A politician's daughter wasn't using drinking water, was fined a great big $50 bill. We got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. find out later she smells just like a percolator. Her perfume was made right on the grill. Why, they put coffee in the coffee in Brazil. And when their ham and eggs need savor, coffee ketchup gives them flavor. Coffee pickles way outsell the dill. Why, they put coffee in the coffee in Brazil. No chili or tomato juice. You'll see no potato juice. Cause the planters down in Santos just say no, no, no. So you'll add to the local color, serving coffee with a cruller. Dunkin' doesn't take a lot of skill. They've got an awful lot of coffee, an awful lot of coffee. Say they've got a gang of coffee in Brazil.
Good
I
one,
love that
Cindy.
song. There you go. You've had your coffee, and
Well,
you've
let's
had
see.
your.
We've had our gooseberry pie. We've had some coffee, and how about some salmon?
Some salmon, Jody. Are you serious? You're
Oh,
talking
Cindy.
about like salmon tails up the river?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
that
tune.
old tune,
It's
right?
a great tune. I got it long time ago when I in visiting England. It's a common session tune. It's I think maybe it's a Irene. You tell me, isn't it a North? Is it a Northumbrian pipe tune, Irene? Let's have. Wait a second, Irene. I want to talk to you for just a second. Unmute audio. Unmute audio. There you go.
I've just done that, Jody.
So,
There you
what do you
go.
know about salmon tails up the river? You're much more of an expert.
I know the title. I don't know. Well, I probably know the tune, but I wouldn't be able to marry the two together. But it is a common session tune, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's one of those ones that I've run into in England. Of course, I've been running into Irene for quite a while, but in England. And but anyway, Cindy, I think we should stop bantering and get on to the tune.
I think we should. I just want to say I learned this years and years ago from Ken Kolodner, the hammered dulcimer player par excellence. I know some of you know him. So this is one I got from Ken. All right.
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Jody? Jody,
ready.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to start this, right? All right, here we go. be fun.
That's such a happy tune. Wow.
Thanks for
And
doing that one more time. That was good. I was ready to be done, but
you know,
it was good.
you know that a tune is good if it's got lots of names, right? And I see
Oh
that some
yeah,
of you have been putting up some of the names. The Banks of Inverness. The Irish call it the Siege of Innis. This is so very nice. So
that's so good.
salmon up the river, salmon tails up the water. It's got lots of names, even with salmon and H2O.
I like that. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Somebody says Irene says a lot of other titles to it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. All right.
well,
So
Jody, what
what's
do you
next?
think? I don't know. You want to do Bonaparte's expedition up the Nile? Is that where
It's
he went? I don't know. Where
Bonaparte's
did he go?
Expedition. It's another English tune, or, well, who knows? Probably the Irish and Scottish play this one. No, I don't think they do, actually. This is a very Englishy sounding tune called Bonaparte's Expedition. And I got it from some great musicians in Sheffield when I was there a few years ago. And then I went a few years later and saw them, and I was at a pub, and I say, "Hey, play me Bonaparte's Expedition." And they said, "Oh, we don't play that one anymore."
That's how it is sometimes. These tunes they kind of come and go
So
depending
I
on
said,
what we
"Ah, it
like to
goes like
play.
this," and then we had a good time. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's
I
kind of
taught it
good.
to Cindy, and are you ready, Cindy?
It's now my favorite tune, Jody. So yeah,
Oh,
let's kick it off, shall we?
tell me when you're ready.
I am ready.
All right.
It's in G, right? Yeah.
You're pretty quiet there, Jody.
Should I stop?
Hey, Cindy, let's stop that. Hold on,
All right.
Cindy. Hold on.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Hold on. So what was
You want to try
wrong
it
with
again?
that mix?
It was really soft.
Everything?
Everything seemed really soft. Yeah.
Everything.
Is that what everybody else was hearing too? We could hardly hear you, and we could hardly hear me.
Well, I just turned the whole thing up. What do you think? Is this better?
That's better.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you better now, but you could be even. Everything could be a little louder.
That's why would everything change? That's really strange.
I have no idea.
All
No
right,
idea.
let's try that again. Cindy, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's try it again.
Okay, go. No! Hold on, stop, Cindy, stop. What's wrong?
You're really quiet,
Hey,
Jody.
I'm really oh, you know what?
Your
what?
vocal's good, but
My concertina wasn't on.
turn your concertina on.
And now I'm gonna
Jody,
turn...
also take a look down at your next to your mute button there. Check and make sure you've got the right mic selected
Okay.
next to the mute button.
How about this? Is that
Well,
better?
that sounds totally echoey, but it's okay.
Echoey.
Yeah, check your look next to the mute button, the little up arrow there, and make sure you've got the correct input selected. I
Mute
think that may be
button.
your problem.
And some people are saying they don't hear you so well either, Cindy.
Right.
I
Can
think
you all
I
hear?
do. I think everything is correct.
Okay.
I'm hearing some
Can you all hear?
flubby-dubby stuff, too.
You all hear this, right?
Well, you've gotten
Yes.
quieter.
Okay, good. What's
Why
that?
did you get quieter?
I'm not
Well-
quieter.
Something's wonky. All right, let's try
Ladies
it
and
again. Are you ready,
gentlemen,
Cindy?
welcome to the land of Zoom, where
Oh,
everything
now
is
you're
weird.
louder. Now you're good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's because I'm closer. I'm speaking right into my mic. How's that?
All right,
Is that
let's
good?
just forge ahead and try this one more time and see if we can make it work, okay?
Okay, here we go.
Are you ready?
Ready?
All right.
I got nothing from you, Cindy. That's no. Someone turn Cindy off. Ah.
All right, hold everything, hold everything. I see people shaking their heads, and Cindy,
Can't you?
Cindy is,
Yeah, we're not hearing the auto harp at all, Jody.
and there's a background noise and a kind of a thud. Interesting. Something's not right. What could
Something
it?
is not right, but I can't tell you what it is. Shall we move on to a different tune?
Sure.
Why don't we do that? We can always come back to this one. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, you want to try Moon and Seven Stars? I bet we can do that.
Yes, I do.
All right. Let me see here. Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Okay, can you hear my auto harp? You can, right? Actually, we're in the key of D, are we not? This is the key of D. Moon and Seven Stars. This is a nice jig that Jody taught me on Jam Kazam. Actually, I didn't learn this one in real life. How's that, Jody? What's that?
Everything's good.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. You ready? You sure you're ready? All right, let's try it.
Oh, yeah.
Wahoo!
Well, I
Well,
don't.
that worked.
I don't know what happened before, but it seems like it's working now. So good.
I'm not complaining.
Hey,
It's
what's next?
okay.
It's
Hey,
it's
let's see. I think
it's much better, but we have a question from the audience here.
yes.
They're getting Jody on the speaker, but their screen only shows Cindy. But I think that's a user setting. I think you can control either speaker view or gallery view. Uh,
Yeah, if you look at the gallery view, it's much more interesting.
yeah,
Definitely much more
then you see
interesting.
all the participants, and you won't just see the person who's playing the loudest, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So that has to do with who's coming into to Zoom. You'll
Yeah,
see
I like
the yellow
I like
thing out of there.
gallery view, and you get to toggle between the two. The top right-hand corner of your Zoom screen, it says whichever one you're on, and if you click it, you go to the other one. There's only two
Yeah,
views.
experiment a little bit about on that, and you'll get a better view. Just
Yep,
what you want. Okay.
definitely.
Hey, what
All
about
right.
is it time for this?
Oh, I don't know. Is it time for that? What do you got there, Jody?
Terry.
Terry, is it time for that?
Hey, Terry, unmute
So,
yourself.
all right. So let me give the commercial here. All right.
Nice,
So
nice
just so you
T-shirt, Jody.
understand, Jody is a starving artist
I'm
in New
not.
York
I'm
City.
not starving.
Not starving yet.
I'm not starving. I just don't have any
But all
gigs.
his gigs have been canceled. So if you care to donate to the Jody Kreskel Fund, no, no, I'm not serious. But if you would like to tip us, that would be great. So it will go to a good cause. Terry has been donating her time to help us organize this thing, and
No, no, she's getting the tips too.
she's getting the tips too. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, so me, I don't get any tips because I got a doctor for a husband, so it's okay.
I just I just put the link for that in the chat screen. To wait a second.
Very good.
I do this all the time. I just sent it to the last person who private messaged me. So now let's send it
You
to
can send it to everyone. That would be
everyone.
good.
Here we
Good. Very
go.
good.
So you should see the link to Jody's PayPal there.
Oh yeah. Now this
PayPal.me
one,
Very
slash
nice.
Jody Kreskel.
And he
should work.
promises to share. He's promising to share.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
Well, take it off then. Like if it didn't work, Jody.
Well, it didn't work last week, but I think this
All right.
one's gonna work now. Thanks to David Barnard who helped me figure that one out, and to
All
Terry
right.
too.
And
So
and
All right.
what's
That's
Irene
good.
next in our program?
Irene is saying you
Jody.
need to know it's going to show as Jonas, so
That's my name.
Oh
your
yeah, that's
alias is
his name.
busted. So
My nickname. My when I was born, my brother decided we're gonna call him Jody, no matter what you say. So my parents had to go find a proper name because they didn't think that was proper. So they picked Jonas because Jonas Salk had just invented the polio vaccine, and the
excellent.
name was in the air.
There you go.
So that kind of dates me, doesn't it? And
Now,
It
so they named.
does.
and people should know. I don't think they need to have PayPal. I think you can put that in a browser, and
Oh yeah.
whether or not you have PayPal or not, it'll just take you to Jody's PayPal, and you can choose, a credit card or however you want to transfer the money.
That's right.
Yeah.
All
It,
right,
it all works.
enough from me.
All right. So Jody,
Yes.
I think you might want to play a little song. Could you play us a song?
I would like to play a song. I want to play the Worried Blues.
The Worried Blues. We are all a little worried right now, and you
Yeah.
being in New York City, you're probably the most worried of any of us.
Well, I have basically a good outlook on life, and I've remained healthy. So as long as that continues, I'm all right. But
Okay.
however, it's crazy times. My son went out to a protest, he's a grown-up son. He went to a daytime protest. Thank goodness he wasn't out after curfew. But he got a taste of all of this, and really interesting what's going on in New York City. So yeah, I am a little worried. I want to sing a song about it. It was a song that first recorded by Samantha Bumgarner in 1924. But I got it from a recording by Michael Cooney. I've got those worried blues, oh, I got trouble on my mind. I've got those worried blues, oh my Lord. I've got those worried blues, oh I've got trouble on my mind. How's that mix out there? Good? All right. Honey, baby, don't leave me now. Oh, I got trouble on my mind. Oh, honey, baby, don't leave me now, my Lord. Honey, baby, don't leave me now. I got trouble on my mind. Going down that long, lonesome road, I'm going where I've never been before. I'm going down that long, lonesome road, oh my Lord. Going down that long, lonesome road, I'm going where I've never been before. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. Going where the weather suits my clothes, oh my Lord. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. I've got those worried blues, oh, I've got trouble on my mind. Oh, I've got those worried blues, oh, my Lord. I've got those worried blues, oh, I've got trouble on my mind.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, folks. The
Well,
Worried Blues.
well, I have to say that I think we have entered the here, stay here. I think we have entered the political portion of our program because we're feeling worried, and there's also a lot of stuff going on. So I got a song for you. My friend Ann Feeney, who's a Pittsburgh singer-songwriter. Some of you may know her. But years ago, she trained as a lawyer and then decided not to do law. She became a labor organizer and all-around rabble-rouser, and she still is an advocate for labor and healthcare and lots of other things. And she dropped the lawyering and became a singer-songwriter. So that's what she's been for most of her career. So a number of years ago, I heard her sing this great song. It's called "Have You Been to Jail for Justice?" And it kind of grabbed me at a moment in time when I was dealing with some neighbors who didn't want me to host house concerts, if you can believe that. And so so I ended up hiring myself a lawyer, and yeah, we did some stuff. But anyway, the song's still stuck, and it occurs to me that I haven't sung it in quite a while, and it's probably a good one to bring back at this moment in time. So here you go. And I'm in the key of G for those of you who care about those things. It's by Ann Feeney. Well, maybe it was Cesar Chavez, maybe it was Dorothy Day. Some say Doctors King or Gandhi sent them on their way. No matter who your mentors are, it's pretty plain to see. If you've been to jail for justice, sorry, you're in good company. Have you been to jail for justice? I want to shake your hand. Sitting in and lying down are ways to take a stand. Have you sung a song for freedom or marched that picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Well, you're a friend of mine. You law-abiding citizens, listen to this song. Laws were made by people, and people can be wrong. Once unions were against the law, but slavery was fine. Women were denied the vote, and children worked the mines. No matter how you study history, the less you can deny it. A rotten law stays on the books till folks like us defy it. Have you been to jail for justice? I want to shake your hand. Sitting in and lying down are ways to take a stand. Have you sung a song for freedom or marched that picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Well, you're a friend of mine. Well, the law's supposed to serve us, so are the police. And when that system fails, it's up to us to speak our piece. It takes eternal vigilance for justice to prevail. So get courage from your convictions, let them haul you off to jail. Have you been to jail for justice? I want to shake your hand. Sitting in and lying down are ways to take a stand. Have you sung a song for freedom or marched that picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Well, you go to jail for justice. Have you been to jail for justice? Well, you're a friend of mine. Yeah, that's one of those. That's definitely one of those. Jody, you out there?
Oh, I am now.
Oh,
Thank you,
good.
Terry. Hey, now
Thank you, Terry.
there's a lovely tune I'd like to play with you, Cindy. It might work. We'll see.
Are you sure you
Oh,
want to try that?
well,
You're having trouble getting me into the mix. We can try it. Let's try it once and see if it works.
we'll try it. It's called Tom Kruskel's. It's named after my brother, my big brother Tom.
I know, and I love this tune. This is so good.
It's got an English dance with it called Sapphire Sea, and
I
it was
know.
written by Amelia Mason and what's her name? Um,
I
uh,
forgot.
Amelia Mason and help me out, Sarah. Well, Sarah was thinking about it, and she could type the name of the other co-composer. Are you ready, Cindy? Let's try it. If it doesn't work, we'll stop. Okay. So
Okay, sounds like
Terry,
a plan.
give me the cut if we got to cut it. Okay. All right. Ready, Cindy? All right, hold on, Cindy. And we're going to stop it right there. We're going to stop it right there. Not working, huh?
No, Cindy. And you're not very loud either, so sorry.
All right.
All right.
Jody,
Well, you know,
Beautiful tune, though.
we got
didn't
more
work.
tunes.
Okay. Too bad.
We got more. We can do more.
David Barnard suggests Emily Troll, maybe.
That's
for the,
right.
the
Emily
other
Troll.
part of the duo.
That is exactly right.
That is exactly correct. That's
Thank
very
you,
good.
David. David always chimes in with just the right piece of information.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jody. We're pushing on 420. Why don't we do Arkansas Traveler,
Okay.
and then maybe we can open it up to people to just kind of chat, and we'll see who's here and what they have to say and so on. How about that?
Very good. I like that idea, Cindy.
So, Jody, if I say like, "Hey, Jody,
Hey.
why are you pulling that rope?"
Well, wouldn't do any good to push it.
Oh,
Or I could say, "Hey, Cindy, have you lived in Pittsburgh all your life?"
well, not yet.
There's a whole bunch of really crummy jokes that go with this song.
That was going to be my question, too. Jody, have you lived in Brooklyn all your life?
Not yet.
Good.
There you go. That was good. All right.
Hey,
We're still
Cindy.
here.
How
Hey,
do
what?
what road do you take to get from Pittsburgh to Brooklyn?
I don't know the answer to that.
You're supposed to say, "I don't know, you can't get there from here."
I don't know. You can't get there from here.
All right, shut up. Let's play this.
All
tune.
right, shut up. Let's just shut up and play. That's it. Okay. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, here we go. It's in G.
Oh. Hey, Cindy, the mix was not good on that. The
Not so good?
concertina was way too quiet, and a lot of people harp too loud, concertina too soft. I don't know what we can do, but it's very difficult to set these levels. They seem to
The
change, don't
levels
they?
are tough. That's all I can say.
Talking to your mic.
Oh, the levels they're tough. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well,
Well,
anyway,
look, you all have been present at this amazing experiment, and obviously we're going to have to get much better at it to, make it really interesting. But I hope it was fun as far as it went. We had fun anyway. So was it fun?
I see a lot of thumbs up. That makes me
I
feel
see a lot of
good.
thumbs up. It must have been some kind of fun anyway.
William
Yeah.
Balassi had fun.
Bill Balassi had a lot of fun. Yeah, he's our biggest fan out there. Hi, Bill. You should unmute Bill and let him say hi, because he's our biggest fan
That's
from.
William,
Uh,
Terry.
that's William. Here, I got him. Go ahead, Bill. Unmute yourself. There you go.
Hey,
Hi, Bill.
hi, this is a lot of fun. You know what I noticed on that last one? I was looking at the participants, and when you look at that, who's ever the person who's speaking, the microphone has a little symbol that goes up and down. And I noticed throughout the Arkansas Traveler, it never left Cindy. So I don't know how you do that. The
Ooh.
problem may not be the Jam Kazam, it may be Zoom.
Oh, it's definitely a Zoom thing. There's no
Yeah.
question about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just like I said, we still have some adjusting to do. It's good as far as it goes. Sometimes it's great, and sometimes we forget to trigger something, and then it's not great. So,
Oh, is that what it was? Oh,
uh,
are you taking all the blame then, Cindy, huh? It wasn't my fault because I
yeah.
didn't turn up, huh?
No, it wasn't your fault that time. Your fault was when I didn't sound good. Anyway, Bill, for those of you who don't know, Bill and Jody and I played a concert at Winfield last year at the Walnut Valley Festival. So,
When
so
she
he's
says
our
Bill, she's
he's
talking
our
about that guy
favorite
whose
band
name is
member.
William.
Yeah, William Balassi, the guy who was just talking there. So anyway, anybody else have a question or thought? Yeah, I see. Who's that? Vince from England is over there. I'm going to unmute you there, Vince. Say something.
Yes, are you using Jam Kazam to mix you to get to Zoom in the first place?
No,
How
Well,
are you doing? How are you doing the syncing then? Was that a
I don't know,
secret?
Jody. Do we want to tell, or should we keep that a secret?
it's sort of like magic. It's an illusion. We're not actually sinking. You can't.
Yeah, I wondered that. I mean, I did wonder if you were miming.
I was my well, yeah, yeah. I think Vince. I think we
I think
decided.
he just won the prize. What do you
I think
Won
think?
the
Vince won the
prize,
prize.
Vince. Yeah. Give it to Vince.
We've been trying over here for ages to try and figure out a way of playing together because usually we go out in a pub and there's about 25 of us and we're all playing together, and
Right.
doing this in Zoom is impossible.
It's impossible in Zoom. I'll tell you. I'll tell you our secret. We were trying to make it look like we were playing together,
Fair enough.
but but to see if how realistic we could make it. In fact, when I was playing the concertina to Cindy, I'm initiating a recording of
Right.
Cindy playing the tune, and vice versa. Cindy was initiating a recording of me playing the tune, and I'm miming. So we're
Right.
not really playing like across the internet. We're making it look like we're doing that. And we decided that if anybody could figure us out, they would get a CD. So Vince, give me your address and I'll send you one.
And I will too. You get one for both of us, just because you guessed. That was pretty damn good. We actually weren't
Congratulations,
sure.
Vince.
We actually weren't sure anybody would actually figure it out. But
So,
that is how the magic is done.
so what do you want
So
me to do? Give you an email address or something, and I'll send you. And if you email me, and yeah, because
Yeah,
I'd like to hear you. I really like that Worried Blues one.
it's a good one.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
and you sang
Um,
it so well.
Oh, thank you. Well, listen, if just go to my website, which is my name,
Right.
jodykruskel.com, and say I'm Vince from that that Zoom session.
That
Here's
little
my
island
name.
somewhere off Europe.
What?
That little island somewhere off Europe.
Yeah, yeah, right.
we will send you there. We will send you
So
something.
yeah, give me your mailing
Jody will
address and
show
I'll
your
send one
address.
off to you. And Cindy will send one off to you too.
Yeah. Well,
Congratulations, Vince!
Let's hear it
that
for
was
Vince.
good deal,
Yay.
Vince.
Those English, they're so
So,
smart. But I
Sorry
played.
about that.
so, just so you know, we actually have been playing together in Jam Kazam. It does work, and that's actually going to be one of our next experiments to see if we can stream that into probably into YouTube. That would be my guess.
Because I
And
looked at.
right now, yeah, right now we've got problems with the video. I can't get the video to work on my computer. Jody's got the video working on his. Other people have managed to stream video and audio. So right now we know we can stream audio, but we can't yet stream video.
Is
So we're
Jam
working on it.
Kazam, is that actually still supported? Because I looked at it and it looked like it wasn't supported anymore.
Well, supported is kind of a loose term. So, with all the interest in it right now, the developers basically put out a GoFundMe and said, hey, if you guys are willing to pay for us to work on this thing, we'll do it. Like, we see that a lot of you want to use it. So, yeah. So, there is active development going on again. They
Oh,
aren't
good.
so great at answering questions, but there's a lot of, Jody and I have discovered inside of JamKazam, there's a lot of expertise on how to get yourself up and running and in sync with other people.
I
Did
So,
you?
so
hear,
there is expertise.
I
Sorry,
hear
did you?
there's also. Oh,
Did
sorry,
you?
Vince. Go ahead.
Sorry, did you find the playing to the metronome more difficult?
Never. I hate playing to the metronome on Jam Kazam. The thing with Jam Kazam is that if you're playing if I play with Cindy, she's only 400 miles away. The amount of lag is small but noticeable. So if we play slow and we both kind of play in front of the beat, which is a musician thing to do, especially if you're, you might know how to do that if you're playing in an ensemble. You can play in front of the beat, you can play behind the beat. Well, if you both play in front of the beat, and we kind of keep up with it, and it's a beautiful thing. And so we've developed all of this material that we've been presenting on Zoom live on Jam Kazam. If you don't know how to play in front of the beat and you don't have all the good equipment, and maybe if you're far away in England, it might not work so well. But I've played successfully with people all over the country, and sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't, and I think it's kind of a flip of the coin as to whether you get a good connection or not.
Right.
Okay, good to know. I'll let someone else have a go.
So Vince, I'll also say one more thing about the metronome. So one of the things Jody and I discovered when we messed with the metronome was that the nature of the beat and time on Jam Kazam is different from the nature of the beat and time in real life. So it's useful to play a little bit with that metronome so you get a feel for how much you have to play ahead of the beat, right? That's for me, that's what was most useful about messing with the metronome. And we actually didn't do it when we were playing together. I don't know about Jody, but I messed with it separately just to see how it worked and what time felt like on the internet. It feels different than real life. And it actually caused me some trouble for this concert because I had to play with that recording that Jody had made, which was right on, right? He's very steady. And I found myself constantly pushing ahead of the beat because that's what I've been doing for the last 8 weeks on Jam Kazam. So it does actually change the way you play. It's really kind of interesting.
Let's Cindy, this is all getting very technical.
It is.
And perhaps, what do you think, Terry? Can we open this? Is there anything you want to say, or can we open this up to anybody who wants to speak?
Well, I just put in the chat. One of the programs that I've been goofing with is called Jamulus. It's open source, and to install it on my Mac, I got a message like it wasn't a supported application, which was a little, frightening to me. But that's just because it's open source and Apple hasn't approved of it yet. But so it's Jamulus. It's a different kind of format than JamKazam, as I understand. I haven't messed with JamKazam, but I think this social distancing is perhaps gonna finally help us break through lifetime jamming. So it's yesterday it was totally impossible, and today, well, maybe we can do this. So if you like this sort of thing, dive right in and learn more about it. That's all I got.
Well, can these people unmute themselves? Can
No,
you
but we can
allow them
unmute
to unmute
everybody.
themselves?
Yeah, we can actually. Let's see
So
if I can
let's have a
figure out how to do that.
conversation. Whoever wants to chat and ask us questions or say hi or
Let's
whatever, just
see.
take it
I
upon
need to
yourselves to do it.
show the participants list. I'm going
It's like a
to
regular Zoom meeting.
allow participants to unmute themselves. Okay, you can all unmute yourselves if you choose to do that now.
Yeah.
So if you have something that you want to tell us or whatever, do it. Anybody out there?
I'm
Drew.
Hey,
talking.
Drew here.
Hey, Drew.
I got to compliment you for having the same background, Cindy, uh, and Jody, and Terry.
But I got the real one.
Well, yours should be a little bit larger because I can see behind. I can see behind yours, but the other two are a little bit larger, and it fills it up, but it gives the impression you're all together. That's a
Yep,
wonderful thing.
that was part of the
It
deal.
sounds
Yeah.
like you're all together perfect. And I love the Northumbrian pipe tunes. I've gotten to play with some Northumbrian pipers with my auto harp, and those are just delightful tunes.
Hey,
Good.
Drew, this is David Barnard. You probably don't remember me, but we met at Solway House in the mid 80s at one of the folk music weekends. I was playing hammer dulcimer back then.
You met
Oh, wow.
Drew, right? You met Drew
Yeah.
there?
That's correct.
Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Those were wonderful times.
Yeah.
Hi, Joan.
Hi.
What's going on?
I kept noticing the background, but I know you guys aren't together, and I'm going, do they have the same blanket or quilt? How did you get that up? How did you do that?
Well, I'll tell you. It was Cindy's idea. I've been using this as a background. It's a kindergarten project from when my son was little, and I've always had it on the wall. So I thought that'd be nice background, cheerful background. It's actually made of paper.
Oh, okay.
But then Cindy said, take a picture of it, and we'll all use it.
Oh,
So it's a
You can
virtual
tell because every
background.
now and then Terry's head disappears into it.
Right. Right. So Terry's using the virtual background without a green screen, but I have a green screen. So you'll notice, like, even when I move, like,
Yeah.
you don't see that. So it looks like a real background, but it's actually that photo and a green screen. Yeah,
great.
we're seeing you disappear a little bit, Terry. That's great. It's pretty funny to watch. Yes. Oh, look at that. I was doing that the other day. I had a pond behind me, and when I came in, my head was my thing was tilted down so that my head was kind of like just above the water. And somebody came in and said, "Oh, you look like you need to fix your screen." And I looked at the screen and saw that, and so I went like, disappeared into the pond. It's amazing what you can do, with a little bit of creativity. So
I'm curious about Vince. I know we talked a bunch, but do you know me from my tours in England, Vince? No.
No, I'm shy and retiring. I sort of stick mostly in Norfolk, which is where I live.
I see. I see.
I don't get around. I don't get around too much, but I'm.
Are you a concertina player?
I've got a concertina which I'm learning. Starting off, I've got a Wheatstone, and I play this thing as well
Oh.
yay!
with chord bars I've made. So it's a diatonic,
Very nice.
a la Joanne Smith,
Ah,
Sure.
Joanne Smith, one of my favorites.
and guitar and banjo as well.
I see.
Very nice.
And I play sort of not just folk stuff, but also sort of blues and jazz and stuff as well.
On the auto harp.
No.
Oh, I do. I play blues and jazz on the. Well, I don't play jazz. I play early rock and roll on the auto harp.
It's very good for that.
It's not quite relevant, but did you see the Take That concert the other night? They were doing four of them together, all trying to play together. And I think the only way they could have done that, I think, is to pre-record the bits and then stick them together.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I've seen all kinds of wonderful, YouTube videos of people who couldn't, like a chorus, they can't sing together, and so they all record their bit, and someone mix it together, and you get to see the final product.
Well, this was supposedly live, with Robbie Williams and people like that.
That's amazing.
I've just taken part in a virtual choir which is run by Eric Whitaker. 17,500 singers, 6,500 altos.
Yeah, I know. I was in there too. I was in there
Oh,
too.
were you? Which bit were you singing, Cindy?
I sang
Alto
alto.
or soprano?
Yeah, I sang alto.
Hey!
And did that performance happen live?
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
What it becomes.
So 17,000 plus people have made their recordings.
Stay-at-home choir at the moment. They're doing some more classical stuff, but they were doing. It was great fun.
Yeah, 17,000 plus
recorded,
people.
Jody. You do it on your own, so you're singing with a choir of 17,500 on your own.
And they're putting it together, and it'll be available, I think, in early July is what he's talking about. So it'll be interesting. If you've seen any of Eric Whitaker's virtual choirs, this is the third one I've done. And if you've seen any of them, they are just amazing productions. His music is beautiful, and the productions are incredible.
I wanted to do the last one, but I didn't find out about it. He's been doing them for 10 years now, so this is the sixth one, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The biggest as well.
Oh no! What they were there? The last one I was in was much bigger.
Bigger than 17,000?
Yeah, he had, I forget, some incredible number of people, like 40,000. Yeah. It was. Well, they've been big.
Cindy and I had this idea. Well, it's kind of Cindy's idea. It's all your fault, Cindy. But I think it's a cool idea of playing live to recorded music, and I had been doing that in my Zoom concerts when it was recorded music that was recorded, 20 years ago or something. But we made these recordings specifically to be able to do it. And if we'd only had proper equipment, I think we could have gotten away with it.
Well, we'll have to try it again, Jody. Well, as I said, we're gonna try the Jam Kazam streaming thing too. We'll get it sooner or later.
I'm playing this on my iPhone, and I think the cable was messed up or something. I don't know what the problem was.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
It took me back to the 60s when everybody mimed on telly.
Everybody mimed. Yeah. Well, I was doing my best to try to do a play on concertina exactly what I was playing, but without pushing those buttons down.
How can you do that?
Well, I turned off the mic. Now, this mic was still on, so I didn't want to. Here, I'll show you. Here's how you play Arkansas Traveler.
You still pushing them, surely.
Hold on. Now.
Bravo!
Exactly.
I said it.
Cindy's playing too.
I think that's a Simon and Garfunkel tune. Sounds of Silence.
How about this, Cindy? Cindy, how about we trade force?
Oh, that's not going to work, Jody.
I'll go first.
It's not going to work. All right, but just so
we
you know,
only
it's
play
not
one
going to
at
work.
a time, right?
All right.
I'll go first. I'm going to go da 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 dee dam bam bam bam. You play the next. Okay, here we go. Okay, from my point of view, every time I ended a phrase, there was like silence,
Right.
and then you played.
Right, and that's what I heard with you too. Right, so so now you get a sense of how much lag there really is on
Yeah, it's like
Zoom.
almost a second.
It's almost a second. It's a long lag, and I suppose. Well, so I wonder if I jump the beat, whether I could actually get there with you.
Oh,
Try it again.
try
Just-
that. Let's
Yep.
try that. I'll go first.
I missed it. Go do it again. I don't know. How did that
has
sound?
potential.
Try this. My brother and I tried this a couple of months ago just to convince ourselves it's not going to work. Say 1, 2, 3, clap, and try to clap at the same
Oh, right.
time.
No, you can't.
And each
Yeah, you
one of you
can't.
do that. First, Jody, say 1, 2, 3, clap, and you'd both clap together, and then Cindy say it.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
See the
Okay.
problem?
And
Now,
here we
Cindy,
go.
why don't you call it?
Right. 1, 2, 3. That's how much delay there is. But the thing was, I don't know how it sounded when we did that, but I bet you because we were accounting for it. I was actually starting probably about half a second before Jody finished the phrase.
Me too. Me too. I was
Yeah.
starting. I
So
was
so we
starting
were
before.
kind of sort of close. Yeah, we were closer than when we didn't do that, when we waited. So we could probably figure out how to do it maybe for a slow tune, I think, but maybe not for Arkansas
All right,
Traveler.
here we go, Cindy. Let's slow it
Oh,
down.
what do you want to do? Arkansas
Same
Traveler
thing,
again?
same thing.
All right, here we go. All right, try it again.
I'll play it as a slow hornpipe, a dotted hornpipe. Clearly,
That was pretty close.
clearly, if you practice, you get better. I'm not sure if it's worth listening to, but
I don't know either.
from an audience
but
standpoint,
You'll
Yeah,
never be
well,
able to. You'll never be able to play live again.
maybe not, right? We'd be jumping all over each other. Well, like I said, when I started to play with these recordings that we had actually made for this purpose, it was hard because I found myself jumping the beat all the time. And Jody was like, "You're always ahead of the beat. What are you doing? You're always ahead of the beat." And then I realized it was because of Jam Kazam.
That
So-
shows you the lag from Brooklyn to Pittsburgh.
It does. It actually does.
It's
but
hard.
even if I were going next door in Brooklyn, doesn't it have to go all the way up to some satellite and then back down?
I was going to say the lag between me and my wife in the next door room is longer than you to Pittsburgh.
Love it.
But that's just the domestic thing.
That's in real time, not on the internet.
I love it. I
Couldn't
love it.
possibly say.
All
That
right,
goes on the wrong
ladies
side
and
of the
gentlemen,
road.
this was tons of fun, and thank you for coming, and thank you for giving us a chance to kind of talk through how it was done afterwards. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I certainly did.
I'm sorry I spoilt your secret.
No, don't
No,
be
we-
sorry. We were kind of wondering whether somebody would be able to catch on and just kind of blurt it out, and you did it. It was okay. It was what we expected. So
However,
it's all good.
I bet other people had maybe figured it out in their heads or figured out
Maybe.
something, questioned it, and didn't want to say anything because they're very polite.
So
Unlike me.
if you read back through the chat, there was a couple of people who were like, "How are you doing this?" They were curious. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was all good, and I really do appreciate all of you. So, yeah, thanks.
So Vince,
Thanks so
send me your
much.
email, jodykruskel.com, and we'll get those CDs off to you.
Thank you.
And we'll let you know when there's another one. Don't worry, you'll hear about it.
I'm on the
Alright,
list
goodbye.
anyway.
Very good. Okay, take care, all. It's been
Bye
Thank
bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank
A
you.
good
Bye, guys.